Hey, welcome back. It is time for Tech Tuesday, and 2021 is shaping up to be another year filled with change, including some new ways to use technology to help with everyday tasks.
Yep, from browsing on social media to grocery shopping, we're seeing some cool new features geared for our lives in the pandemic era. And joining us live to break it all down, our tech expert, Greg Nibbler. Hey, Greg.
Good morning. Yeah, so some interesting things to talk about today. First off, talking about Twitter. So this is about this battle against misinformation, which is something we're all familiar with at this point. Every social media platform is trying to figure out there's different ways, but this is Twitter's new approach, and it's a test that they're running. They're calling it Birdwatch because, of course, you have to have a pun on Twitter. But the idea is using the community itself to actually decide whether something is fake information or whether it's real, whether it's valid. And the way it would work is certain people would apply for this. You can actually apply for it right now if you want to be part of the beta program. They're going to take a select group of people. They want kind of a wide range of people so that they can get a lot of different viewpoints. But then people would be able to go in, take a look at a tweet, and then flag it and say, hey, this is misinformation. This is why it is, reference some factual article or something like that. And then you can also rate the people who are rating. So whoever put that in there, then you could say whether that was helpful or not. And they're saying that by doing this enough and having enough people doing it, that this would actually be more effective than having them do it on their own just by them deciding what's actual facts or not. I think it's a kind of a bold move to do it. There's a lot of pitfalls that could happen if you just have the masses kind of deciding what's real or not. There's really ways you can kind of game the system. But they cited some studies saying that this could be one of the most effective ways to actually go about it.
So I don't get it. Like you can become a bird watcher and then I could just go on and rate someone's tweet or say it. I don't know. That seems odd to me.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and for right now, it would just be within that group. That the data will be public. You can go and take a look at it as it's being tested, and only the people in the program are able to actually go in and do it and see specific ones. But yeah, eventually that's the idea, is that it would be that way. There'd be another drop-down option where you would select if you were a member of Birdwatch, and then be able to flag it.
Hopefully they're not crazy people.
Well, I feel like Twitter as a group, I mean, we always say this, I think out of all social media channels that we're on, Twitter seems to be one of the not greatest. And so to create a Twitter hive mind, I don't know how I feel about that.
It's a bold move. Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to see how it all works out.
Okay, we'll have to see. Hey, I guess Apple Fitness is rolling out a new feature. This is kind of cool for all of us who've been taking pandemic walks for the last year. What are they doing now?
Right, so this is Apple Fitness Plus. So this is their new service they launched in the fall, and it's kind of like essentially competing with Peloton, that kind of thing. But this is something specific for Apple Watch users, to where it's a walk. They're calling it Time to Walk, and it's essentially an audio podcast, but with a celebrity who's walking with you. So it's geared specifically toward this walk. There's different lengths between 25 and 40 minutes. You got a few celebrities on there right now. Shawn Mendes, Dolly Parton, a couple of Draymond Green is in there as well. And they're going to be rotating these out. The key thing is you do have to have an Apple Watch in order to do it. So it's just for that. But there's certain different timing things during it to help you pace out your walk. And then after that, they'll have song recommendations that the artists or celebrities put in there too. It's an interesting use case. It's a podcast for walking is essentially what it is, because it's just audio. So, it depends on if it's celebrity you want to hear. I don't know if I like Draymond Green. I don't know about 40 minutes of Draymond Green, but maybe 40 minutes of Dolly Parton, I kind of had to pick and choose there.
Okay.
If she'll mix her songs in there, I'd walk with Dolly.
Yeah, right?
Well, hey, and real quickly, Kroger are testing out the Go smart shopping carts. So what does that mean?
Yeah, definitely a sign of the times of how shopping is changing. So Amazon has their own set of Amazon Go stores that are kind of utilizing some of this technology, but Kroger is one of the biggest owners of shopping centers, of grocery stores in the U.S. They own Fred Meyer, just for reference. And they're testing this out in one of their Cincinnati stores. So it's a smart shopping cart. And the idea is maintaining social distance, but also not having to wait in lines. So the cart itself has a touch screen. It's got a scale on it. So you can weigh out produce, and it will scan everything as you put it in there. And then you can actually pay just from the cart itself and never have to interact with somebody. If you don't like waiting in lines, even self-checkout, which is me, Even that gets annoying sometimes. This is kind of like a dream come true for me. But this is something they're testing out to where it would be a cheaper way to get this kind of tech into stores rather than outfitting an entire store with a whole bunch of stuff. This would be just a smart cart that you would do.
Interesting.
Okay.
I'm all about that curbside pickup right now.
Yeah.
Let them shop
Yeah,
for
that's
me.
pretty good too.
Yeah. All right. Well, Greg, thank you. Of course, we'll see you next week. Have a great day.
You too.
All right. For more tech tidbits, be sure to follow Greg Nibbler on Twitter. We'll have a link to his page on coin.com. It is 7:52 right now, and coming up at 8 on AMX.